Okay, okay, go live. Okay, I hope you guys can see me. It says go live. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, go live. I say go live. And it says I may go live, but it's not doing anything. So I may have to do this on my own without say, okay, it's live. Copy and paste. Well, I don't know. It's not connecting. So I'm just going to carry on and pretend that I'm talking to you, even though you may not be. I can't figure this out. It's always easier said than done. So just copy this code into something, and my streaming software says, go, you're on live. So anyway, I'm going to carry on anyway, just pretend that you're listening to me. If you have any questions, I hope that you're posted them in the group. It was to be, I said I would go live at 1 o'clock today. It's not quite 9, but I'm going to just go ahead and pretend we are. So anyway, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that that have been brought to my attention about marketing and about from artists, and they're just kind of, you know, because we're all in the same space right now. We're all kind of in what, I don't want to say struggling, but I think we're just trying to all figure out what's going to work best for us, and especially due to COVID, because we were all questioned for, you know, a couple of years, and some of us went ahead and did things anyway. I went ahead and started a podcast, and I'm sure if you haven't started a podcast, you started writing a blog, you started doing different things to help bring awareness of what you're doing and how you can help or be served to somebody else. So then anyway, I guess I have quite a few artist friends, and they were asking me, you know, we've been talking to so and so and so and so, and we should do this and we should do that. And I said, you know what, you have to test the water, see what's going to work for you. Some people might like TikTok, and because they find that it's working for you, but it's really very short videos that you are going to show. And most of the stuff I've seen on TikTok is just people dancing. And that's just because it's a very short video. So, so if you can figure it out to work for yourself, then use it. But be sure that you don't just, I don't want to say you can focus just on that, because, you know, what I'm going to say now is pick 3 things that you're going to be focusing on whether it's Instagram, blogging, LinkedIn, or any of those audiences that you're going to promote yourself on. And because of that, you really have to be willing to be in the game, in that platform for long term. And I'm not talking about a month. I'm talking, you got to be willing to jump on it for at least a year. And, if it's really not working for you and you're not getting any juice out of it, then yeah, drop it. But, don't jump on and say, well, I'm going to try it for a cup this one time, and then tell me later, oh, it didn't work. And I'm going to ask you, why didn't it work? And you're going to say, well, I tried it once and it didn't work. Once is not enough. I'm sorry. It reminds me of an old adage when I was in advertising, and people would say, well, I tried the newspaper ad once, or I tried the flyer once and it didn't work. And I says, okay, where's the flyer? Where's the ad? What did you run? Because a lot of that time you can just see by reading that ad or that flyer why it didn't work. There's no call to action. There was no date. There was a lot of information that was missing. And so you have to think about when you're going to do an event or anything, you have to give at least, when I did the conferences on virtual, they said you need no more than 2 weeks or 10 days to promote it, because and then you just hammer heavy, because people are busy. Their mind is somewhere else most of the time. So when you're going to be promoting an event on your platforms that you've chosen, please be aware of that. So let's start with TikTok. I have never used it. I couldn't tell you anything about it other than the few videos that I've seen are mostly about people dancing, or they'll upload a business card. Well, it's not really a video, but whatever. So you have to play around with it and see how it's working. Maybe somebody in the art group here can tell you how to use TikTok and what you can load up and what's worked for them. I think that's the best way to learn how to do it. There are people that teach other people how to use TikTok. And I would suggest, if that's the platform you want to try and give some time to, that I would highly recommend that you do that. For Instagram, for example, when I had my food business, I used Instagram all the time. People were always responsive. They always liked what I posted, and great place to post your events, great place to keep people updated with what you're doing, what's happening, what's the next, where you're going to be next. If you're going to do an art show, you want to be able to tell people, well, I have a show here. It might be virtual right now, but that's okay. Post it and share it with people. And I know Jeanette, there's a couple of really good artists in the group, and they post their images, or they do quick speed videos of them painting, and that helps as well to bring up traction. So for the Instagram, I'd recommend that you spend more time on Instagram. Just do the fact that you could upload a video or a quick 1-minute thing, what you're doing and what's happening, even if it's nothing to do with your art. Maybe it's something that you're personally doing. It really allows people to get to know you better and as a person, rather than just the artist that you are. And I think there was something else that in the group that I quite find annoying is that people are always posting their artwork. The group isn't about posting your artwork. Yes, artists will buy artwork, but the group is really about learning how to market your artwork, how to promote yourself, not about when you constantly promote who you are, what you do, turns off people, like, I know even on LinkedIn, like some people get annoyed because people are posting personal stuff about themselves. And they said, well, we're authentic. We're not just this person in a dressed up suit. We are who we are. And if I dress this way, why can't I post it? Okay, well, I don't know if he gets any reaction to that or, substance to, him or not. But you have to be, when you're planning, you have to maybe, even your artwork, if you are looking at a timeline in the calendar, so like Valentine's Day is coming up next, right? There's Chinese New Year, then there's, Valentine's, and there's other holidays. So if you know about the other holidays that are coming up and you can somehow relate your artwork to those holidays, then you can promote the holidays and, just say, hey, I'm doing this show, or I'm doing this event. Maybe you can stop by, check in. And the other thing so for Instagram, kind of rambling here, but so Instagram is great for posting your events, posting quick little videos of artwork that you do and how you do your artwork. Don't be afraid to share it, because everybody might paint the same way, but you have your own technique and nobody can take that away from you. So don't be afraid to show too much about what you do and how you do it. So that's why they have painting classes, right? They're basically paint by number classes, but it gets people out of their space to do something different. So maybe you want to host a paint by, not a number class, but a painting class. And you can teach them your style and your way. It allows other people to experience something different. Even other artists will buy into that because they're looking to ways to improve their artwork and how they can do it better. So also consider that. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really good if your audience, this is the key thing about marketing any product, whether it's art or otherwise, is that you really need to know who your audience is. Who do you want to market to? Who buys your artwork? Is it just a one-off thing? Yeah, you're always going to have one-off things. But is there a particular style of person or business that would like your artwork, or industry that would buy your artwork? So think about that. If you're going to go onto LinkedIn or, other platforms that are out there. Like, for example, LinkedIn will say they have there's that very large art group that I was a part of many years ago. I had to drop out. I was just spending too much time volunteering my time, manage the site. I had to drop out. So I think Art took over. Well, he joined me for a while and I just dropped out. I just couldn't keep up anymore. But, that was a big site, now it's 45,000 members. And so you can just maybe start your own group on LinkedIn or on Facebook. I don't know. It's wherever your people hang out, and invite them to join your group. And maybe you're talking about your artwork, or maybe you have other artworks, or if you're a visual artist, you have a group for visual artists. And just because there's other art groups doesn't mean that you can't do one yourself. Just because there might be 100 of them doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't want to follow you around and join you. So just because you do something similar as another visual artist, it doesn't mean that nobody wants to know anything different or something new. So I would encourage you to start your own group. And I know this is like, I'm always trying to get off of Facebook, not on it. But somebody I spoke to a few months ago said, you really need your own group, your own following. And your group, your following, will stay in touch with you. You can, whether you're selling your work, or whether you're sharing your events, or whether you're promoting other people, or whether you're having little mini contests, like paint a picture, I think there was a thing a little while ago about every day painting something for 30 days. Well, you could do that in your group too, or invite other people to join you. It's just like years ago, it was about promoting your blog posts, getting your people, and everybody writes a blog post and everybody shares that on their blog. So it has to have a theme, because every blog in a business will have a theme. So that's the same kind of thing. So that's when you're on LinkedIn, by all means, or Facebook or any other platform, create a group if you can. Get more people that want to follow you around and buy from you, and then they'll share you. But you also have to have that engagement factor in it. Otherwise, nobody really wants to hang out with you. So anyway, but and sometimes you just, it's going to take time. It's just not going to have, you're not going to have 100 people. So even if you had only 50 people in your group, just be the best group you can have it as. Don't worry about too much about the numbers. I know people even on LinkedIn will say you're better off with large numbers of people that you're connected to. But you know what? If you're there to develop relationships and stay connected to people, I don't know how you maintain a 5,000 person base. I mean, on LinkedIn, I think one time I had 5,000 people, and I just went through everybody and said, no, not following them anymore. Delete, delete, delete. And not necessarily because they did anything wrong. It's just that wasn't my place where I was hanging out at the time. I was in marketing and social media for such a long time that I still keep those people around. Don't get me wrong, but there are certain people after a while, it's just like, okay. So I've culled down my list on LinkedIn, and now I'm kind of building it up again. So, but it's not my intention to grow the numbers that I follow me or I follow them. It's more, for me, it's about building relationships with people, supporting them in ways of maybe they say, hey, I need help here. Okay, how can I help you? So it might be going from there. And I know it takes time. Sorry, it's just one of those things. So if you're going to be on LinkedIn or something like that, you have to be really willing to put in the time. And that also includes liking somebody's post, making a comment, and don't expect the same people going to come back and like your post and make a comment, because they're not. But the idea is the more you do that, I think even Gary Vee said that sometime, that's how he built up his Instagram list of people that follow him, is that he just started, even on Twitter, he did the same thing. He says he just worked on one platform for 20 minutes a day. Each platform, he got 20 minutes. And he just scanned through and liked or made a comment for somebody and went through there. And that's how he developed his following. And of course, Gary Vee has a very, close group of people that follow him. I like some of the stuff he's saying, especially lately. He's been really talking about kindness, which is, we're on the same wavelength on that. But, so that's sort of the other thing is you want to take the time with LinkedIn to build up your group or build up your network. And so there you probably want to be really focused on who you want to hang out with, who do you want to get to know. Like if you're do paintings for homes or offices, you need to maybe consider working with designers, construction people, and that kind of realm of people that would be interested in your artwork. But yet you're going to be there more, not just for your artwork, you're also there to develop the relationship with them. And I think that's the biggest falling out that people just don't get, that social media is social, right? But it is also relationship based. It's not based on, I did a flyer and I tried it, or they're always constantly posting their flyer about what they do all the time. After a while, you just turn off people. It's like you don't want to go over there and like her. You don't want to talk to them. And if you say anything, you've hurt their feelings. And so a lot of the stuff you can't take personal, but you can't just keep creating flyers to promote your artwork or promote your event or promote whatever it is that you're working on. You have to engage with people. Stop and like and join their groups, maybe join their group if you don't want to start your own group, and really engage with them. and not talk all about you and what you do. It's like what do they say? 80% of marketing is marketing, is promoting and getting out and being engagement with other people. That's social. And then the other 20% is you in your studio creating product or painting or whatever you want to do that. I think art can help me more help you more with the other logistical things like SEO, how to build that up. I know he's really busy right now, but so there's lots of things to do. I get it. I'm a business owner too. And I just, and the other thing you might find easiest to do is schedule days. Monday is my writing day. It's when I do all my blog posts. I have 2 blogs I write for. I keep one still live, even though I'm not doing it anymore, but the time will come. And then maybe, so every day, Monday, Tuesday, or that afternoon or something, you have to segment. And if you're working for somebody else, just schedule some time, maybe 2 hours every other day, or a particular day like Monday, Tuesdays. Like Tuesdays are for me, if I didn't get anything done on that Monday, I get it done on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday is a book day for me. So I try to book my appointments and things like that. I use Schedule Once as my booking agent. So if people want to do a podcast with me or something, they have to go there and book it, because I want them to book it on my schedule, not on their schedule. So you might want to try that out for if you want to talk. It actually allows you to book, cancel out. I'm only going to be available to talk to people at these hours, and that will really save you a lot of time. So if you have a Zoom account like I do, what happens is somebody books an appointment with me, whether it's a chat or get to know you or a podcast or something else, then what happens is that it's really cool. What happens is they book it and it goes automatically into Zoom, and they book it in Zoom. And they send out the information to the person that booked the call. And then I get it directly in my calendar. It saves so much time. I used to spend 10, 15 minutes just trying to do all that myself. So find tools and resources that'll help you save your time and be more productive. What else can you tell you about marketing? So those are the things I would suggest. TikTok, I don't know anything about it. So you guys will have to figure that out, or take a class from somebody. Go to Fiverr and get somebody to do a couple of videos for you or something. I mean, it's well worth your money that you're putting out for them to do it for you. It'll save you a lot of time and frustration for you to do your own stuff. And same with Instagram. Okay, you can go on and post videos or pictures. And it only takes a few minutes, but set the schedule, set your time, and you're more productive. Okay, Tuesday morning, I'm going to do Instagram this morning. And so every week you set up that you're going to do Instagram Tuesday morning, or maybe it's an evening thing for you. There are studies when to best post, but I think, if you don't have time during the day to do it, then that's what you're going to have to do. Just schedule it in the evening or another time that you're going to be consistent in, so that people begin to know when you're going to post stuff. And then there's LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, I would definitely put a profile up for yourself. Let people know what you do, even if whether it's art. There's a gal that she has all her business information on LinkedIn, but she wants to be selling her stained glass. And I said, well, there's nothing on your profile about that. You have to have something on there, and join these groups and join this group. So you have to put everything on your profile that you want people to know who you are and what you do and what you offer, and maybe how you can help people. So definitely have a LinkedIn at least profile filled out. You can also fill out a business page, and that's strictly for whatever you want to promote. And so that's another place to do it. Another platform is called Alignable. I've been a member for a long time there. And, you know, a lot of people ask, do you get any business from it? Well, I haven't got business from it. However, I've met some great people. I know that Art joined after I suggested go there because people are always asking for his services. So he said it's been very positive for him. He's gotten lots of business from it. So check it out. And if you need a link, I'll post a link in this post about using Alignable. Yeah, and so you can have a profile there. They do push membership, but you could just do the free one until you feel that you want to get a paid membership. And the other thing is, for some of you, are you on Nextdoor? It's a local neighborhood app according to your zip code. That's the same thing Alignable is, only it's based on businesses who are in your local area. And Nextdoor is the same thing, only it's based on where you live, and you get to know your neighbors. But you know, a lot of stuff happens there. You can set up a free business page there too and tell people what you offer and what you do for people. There's lots of people that ask, hey, I need an electrician, or I need a somebody to, you know, I don't know, plumber, or, you know, whatever, or I need a new car. Anybody have a good referral for me? And you can just jump right in and just answer them. And so that's an opportunity for them to get to know you better as a neighbor. And it doesn't matter. You can still promote your events there as well. You can, and then also Patch. Patch is a news, kind of a news magazine, but I'm sure that Patch is in every neighborhood that there is available. And establish yourself an account there. You can post your events. You can write a little blog post if you want to. And if you advertise, you can advertise there. It's really cheap advertising. I just finished posting my new business and offer my new offer that's free. And I advertised it in 2 neighborhoods. It only cost me $4. So it's very doable. But I would, and the other thing is that you need to build out, this is the other thing I'll finally say, and then if you have any questions, I'll answer them in the group. And the other thing is that really start building up your resource bank. You might think, well, I'm an artist and I don't need anybody. I'm solo. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, you are. But guess what? You might need to know other artists. You might need to know a videographer. You might need to know a writer. You might need to know your suppliers. You might need to know, you know, people that could possibly be your customers, or they know if it's not them, they'll know somebody else. So don't look at it as a direct sale. Look at it as somebody knows somebody. And so keep those resource banks up and running. I'm just starting my new service, and it's amazing how many people, oh, you got to meet so-and-so, let me introduce you. And I think it's so cool, you know, and sometimes I talk to them and they're just not a fit for what either one of us are doing, but we have great conversation. So anyway, that's what I'm going to suggest. And I think I just end that at now. I'll just end that for where it is now. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, maybe we'll just you can jump on a live Zoom together and we could do that. I know from whatever reason, I can't seem to live stream onto Facebook right now. So I'll post this. Okay. So have yourself a wonderful Sunday, and I hope to hear from some of you if you have any suggestions. And if you know anything how to do some of these platforms that you think artists should be on, please make a note of it It is a community. It is about sharing. It's not just about me asking questions and posting resources. It's also about what are you going to do to contribute to the community? Okay, so that's just another thing. You can just stay in the group and not join any groups, but you need to start participating, sharing your content, even if it's just a slight tip you discovered or an aha moment or whatever. So share that, because that'll help somebody else. Okay, great. Thanks for nice chatting with you. I did it almost an hour by myself. Anyway, take care and have a great weekend. Okay, bye.